Right, you've wanted a garden room as a raffle prize for some time now. Now, the logistics of doing a garden room as a prize for, like, let's say you live in London, then I've got to get the full team down there, I've got to put the team up, I've got to get the materials down there, or even if you live further afield, yeah? So what I've done, what we've come up with is this garden pod, and I'm going to give you this pod. It's the prototype. I'm going to let you have it for as little as £2. So this will be your pod raffle. Not a pad. This will be your pod raffle. So if John wants to walk in a little bit closer, tickets will be £2. They are live as from, if you're watching this video, they're live. If the pod is not suitable for you, it's 3.7 long, it's just over 2.5 wide, I will give you £20,000 in cash as an alternative. So even if you've got a pod, you're halfway through a pod. So even if you've got a pod or you're halfway through, even if you've got a garden room or you're halfway through your own build and you don't want one, then you're not going to say no to £20,000 for the sake of £2. Right, I'm going to show you around this pod. It's a prototype. This is what will be going forward. I am going to offer this for sale as a fixed unit. I am going to give you it for £2, possibly in a raffle, and I'm also going to offer you a build pack back. All that is going to come in the future. So let's talk about it first. Here, feature wall. What I wanted to try and create, because it was quite a small room, I want to give you some depth, and the reason why I'm moving that away is obviously you've got them shelves, they're oak veneered MDF, and they've got oak lippings on, and in here is your consumer unit and your drivers. Yep, so that's all hidden away, it's concealed, and it's nice and tidy. Let's walk around the walls first. Feature wall, again, little room. I'm trying to give you a bit of depth to the room, so I've added this slatted wall and I've blended it in with what we do in quite a lot of our builds, the cedar wall. Lighting, let's talk about lighting now. Right, in the roof, let me see if we can get these switches right. Yeah, we've got LED strips in the roof with a brass trim on there. In the wall, we've got LED strips in the wall. Right, so all the lights are independent. At the bottom here, we've got a solid brass overlay skirting board. Solid brass, you'll have to get the brasso art on that. And it's also got a nice soft glow light on there as well. All the electrical components, sockets and switches are also brass as well. Right, so all the sockets are brass. I'm going to show you the internet connection. I'm going to show you the power connection. That will come as standard with this. We've got a few spare there as well, because the more anal of you will be looking for the heater in this build. And if John just has a look there, we've got underfloor heating in the build. Right, so that's the build. There is no plaster in this build. The theory behind that is when it's lifted, I don't want no cracks. So that's the way we're going to go forward with this. With panelled walls and loads of feature walls, basically. Bifold doors, aluminium, they're from Express Bifold. We always fit these, and of course, if they don't fit with that one finger glide, then they ain't this kind of quality. We'll have a walk around here now as well. We have put the logo on this one because we're super proud of it. Yep, it's Western Red Cedar, it's hand selected, and it's been oiled. Not has it been oiled once, it's been oiled 3 times. In the soffit, we have got downlighters there, brushed stainless steel, fire rated, and I will explain the build in a minute, but it has got our traditional rubber roof on with UPV fascia as well. On the back here, right, we normally go with roofing panels. This building is actually a metal insulated clad building, yeah, so that's a beautiful, nice finish on there. We've got downpipe as well, and if John just comes here, little feature there, look, yeah, we've actually riveted rather than screwed, yeah. So this is the power. Right, so what will happen is, I've obviously got it rigged up temporary there to an extension lead, but when we deliver this to your house, yeah, you will have an electrician come and he'll connect it. He'll drop your 10mm or your 6mm, whichever he deems is suitable, into there, and your internet as well, and that will be you connected up to your power and connected up to your new pod. Right, the base, it's aluminium. It's aluminium for a reason, because I'm looking for lightness really, but I need a lot of stability, because this is going to get lifted from the back garden to the front garden so that it can come to one of you guys on the back of a wagon. Underneath you will see, John can just see there, yeah, it's got adjustable feet. Yeah, you can see that kind of. So what will happen is, it will come to you, you'll either have a pad or you'll have some blocks, and they'll all be pretty much level, and if they're not pretty much level, that'll give you 50mm adjustment in it, and we'll level it for you when we get it lifted into your house. Right, so that's your pod. It's 3.7 by 2.5, just slightly over 2.5. It's £2 a ticket. There's 25. No, there's not. There's £20,000 cash alternative, right? If you don't want the pod, then you need to enter anyway, because you could be taking on this cash. If you do want the pod, right, this is the important bit. If you want the pod, yeah, you've got to make sure that I can get it into your garden by means of a crane or a high-ab. So if you live on a corner and we can get it over the hedge on a high-ab, that's great. Or if you live on a street, have a look outside, see if you've got any telegraph wires in the way, see if we can get a crane and see if we can lift it over the top of your house, which is what's going to happen with this. Sometime this week it's going to go from back garden to front garden, ready for delivery to you guys. And if you win it and then you do decide that we can't get it to you, you can just take on the cash instead. So for your £2, I'm not only going to give you this fantastic top of the range pod, I'm also going to give you everything you see in it, and the only thing you're not going to get is the MacBook, John or Jen. They don't come with it. You get all the books, all the plants, all the shelves, the light, you get the TV, you get the table, you get the chair, and you get the computer desk and chair as well. Everything you see except these three, yeah, and me as well, obviously. Right, £2, it's live now. You need to smash this out of the water.